Good morning, my name is Natalie Turvey and I am Director and Principal Psychologist at Drop of Life Psychology Clinic and also the international author of Unbreakable Relationships for Self-Lovers and Others. And I have been doing a vlog challenge. Today is my 22nd one. It's been going really fast and I've been doing a few this week. I have planned to do a few this week on belief systems because I have a meetup group tomorrow night. And it will be me speaking around belief systems and how to change faulty ones and identify them and how they're sort of established in the first place. So today I'm going to be talking to you about beliefs in childhood. And as you would imagine, I'm a psychologist, so I have people coming to my clinic and they're coming for specific reasons. And inevitably, people start to talk about things that have been established from their childhood. So it's not necessarily that I will always go back in and delve into people's childhood, but it inevitably, that's a difficult word, comes up and we start to sort of look back in what's happened and been set up in childhood to sort of figure out why things are occurring in adult life. Because the reason being is because inevitably, when we look at a childhood and we turn to people's childhood, three core beliefs are typically set up in our childhood, and they are the things. The belief of self is set up in your childhood, and that's typically when we're younger, especially before the ages of 7. It's set up because it's mirrored to us by our parents, wrongly or rightly, who we are. So we get our sense of identity initially from our parents. And so that's where our first set of belief systems are starting to be established. So that learning from way back then is set up. And then also in our childhood, we get belief of self. And like I said, but then we get belief of others. So we start to formulate belief about other people in the world and about how others act and how others respond to certain situations and how reliable or predictable and things like that start to occur. So we then start to formulate our belief of others. And then we go even bigger, which is when we're once again in our childhood before the ages of 7, where it's almost hypnotically ingrained into us, and we start to believe and we start to establish our belief systems around the world and how we fit into the world and our culture within the world and what we believe within the world. So those three core beliefs are set up earlier on in our childhood. So as you would imagine, inevitably they are going to come up in sessions when we're talking about things that are occurring for us in today's situations and today's relationships. So that's why we'll go back into childhood to sort of figure out where they were established, why they were established, and if in fact they are true. So an example would be, let's just say you have X, which is a learning. So we say point number X is I went to school and I failed an exam. So we have learnt something from failing that exam, which we then need to make meaning of, which is what I would say is why. So we make meaning of it. Oh, okay, so if I failed that exam, I must be stupid. That's our brain trying to make a little shortcut for us. And then the Z is we form a belief. So therefore, I must be stupid. So we have learning, meaning, and then a belief system, which is where we make that conclusion from and then hold it to be true. So then we walk forward into our universe and into our world by saying, oh, okay, well, I must be stupid. Even though we can really simply challenge that by going, well, is that actually true? Have I been stupid in every single situation that I've ever had? Definitely not. So we then start to challenge it. Hopefully we're doing that as adults because we have bigger brains and we're much better wired up there, so we're able to do cause and effect. But that doesn't always happen, and we will just simply reinforce belief systems even if they're faulty. So I hope that you enjoyed today. Please join me tomorrow night if you want to learn more or learn some strategies on how to change these faulty belief systems. But remember, in the meantime, to be kinder to yourself than anybody else can be. I'll see you tomorrow.